And a very good morning. Beautiful night's sleep last night, even after a hot day, nice and cool, good sleeping weather. So the plan this morning, get some breakfast in, have a nice hot cup of coffee, get everything packed up and move on to the campsite that I have booked for tonight, just down the road. Not going to do any fishing here this morning. See you at the next campsite. And it's a beautiful morning, sun just about to come up. The wind has died down considerably from yesterday. The birdies are singing, the fishies are jumping. Where would you rather be? Quick transition in the new campsite. Put everything up that I just took down half an hour ago. So I've got shade, bedding's up, cooking's ready to go, all the fishing gear is ready to go. Let's go fishing. Back at the spot where I did my last Katarapko video. I'm fed up with catching little carp, so this morning I'm going to start with double shrimps on this line and double grubs on the other, and see if I can't get something a little bit more exciting. So the shrimps are in, the grubs are in. Bring on some big fish. Right, I've hooked something reasonable on the shrimp. Is it a carp? Let's get this other line out. I did catch one small carp on the grub before. I didn't bother filming that, but this is a bit better. So what do we have? He's going to wish he'd never eaten that shrimp. And he's in. He didn't fight much, to be honest, for a fish that size. Now he's fighting. Too late, buddy. Too late. 4.2 minus the net. Not too bad. 65 centimeters and 4.2 kilos. He broke the line when he was thrashing around the net, so I've had to retie. The grubs at this point in time are only catching little carp. Well, another shrimp eating carp, but then I just got a 4 and a bit kilo one, so you've got to persevere with them. Rakali. I hope it's in focus. Native water rat. Right, something a bit better. On the shrimp, very, very picky bite, very picky. I think sometimes the big fish do not just pull the rod tip down, they'll just sit on the bait and suck on it. So you never know what you're going to get. I don't think this is huge, but it's certainly better than the stamp I've been getting of late. Yeah, he's not bad. He'd be about 3 kilos, I think, just looking at him from here. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. Saw that net and it took off big time. He's been foxing. Maybe this time. No. Come on, you're tired. Yep. Wasn't far out. 3.58. So 58 centimetres. 3.58. Well, this is about number 10 this morning. They're all eating shrimps, and none of them, with the exception of one, is the size that I'm after. Well, it's going to be over 40 here tomorrow, so guess what? I'm not going to be here. Right now I'm having a shade and beer break. I deserve it. Here's another company that could look at me. Right, beer break over. Back to the fishing. I tell you what, I'm thankful for that shade. It is a stinker today. Must be at least mid to high 30s. And not much breeze. There's a dead carp floating down the river. Obviously someone's caught it and knocked it on the head. I think if you're going to kill the carp, which is what you're supposed to do, you're not supposed to put them back, then rather than just throw them in to float down and pollute the water, no bird's going to be able to tackle that. It's too big. It's probably about 3 kilo fish. Why not slit it open so that it sinks and at least the yabbies get a feed and the shrimps? That's a bit average in my opinion. Alternatively, find a sandy bank, dig a hole and bury them. Well, it's a fisher cast with the grubs. They're proving to be worth the effort in collecting them. It's just that there's not been anything worth filming. They've all been small. And this is about the size of them, I'm afraid. One after another. Well, I don't want to call it too early, but this doesn't feel like a carp. No, okay. Yeah, glad I didn't call it. It's certainly got some size. So like I said, you just got to wade through the small ones. Sooner or later, that bigger fish will turn up. This will be my, assuming I get it in, my third reasonable fish for the day. And that was another one of those really innocuous little bump, bump, bump. It certainly wasn't a grab and go bite. Now, are you going to cooperate? You can see the grub in his mouth. Yes! Going to cooperate. grub in his mouth. 5.05. Turns out he's my best fish. Just over 5 kilos. So about 65 centimetres and just over 5 kilos. I think it goes without saying that these grubs are worth collecting, because from time to time they produce big fish. Another one, please. So you get a nice big fish, 5 kilos, and the very next bite it's back to run of the mill. And another. They love those grubs. It's the end of the shrimps in the bucket. I've got more in the yellow keep bucket, but I might try something different like worms, because these things are just one after another. I seriously reckon the ratio of these little fish to big fish worth catching is about 20 or 25 to 1. Right, well that's it for the witchetty grubs. They probably caught me, I don't know, 40 fish, including the 5 kilo fish that I caught today. So overall I've got to say it's a success, but ratio of big fish to small fish, maybe not so. You might have seen something. So I've had tea, it's just coming up to 6 o'clock, so I've got about 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours. I'm only going to fish with shrimps and see if I can't turn something up other than those pesky little carp. Well, where have all the fish gone? I've been here for 20 minutes, I've had 2 very half-hearted bites, haven't lost a bait, very quiet. Another shrimp down the tube. Another shrimp stealing carp. My first mirror carp of the trip. Very pretty fish. It's a shame they're carp. Shrimp stealer. Oh, this is a little bit better than the 30 centimetre fish I've been getting. Ripped off with that shrimp. At least he's giving me a fight. Not too bad. One of the better ones today. I think that's about it. I've been here for 2 hours. It's been really hard work, no natives, 9 small carp, including the mirror, and 1 more decent fish of about 2.5, but boy have they been touchy. So I think I'll call it a day, go read a book and have an early night. I might have a couple of hours tomorrow before I go, but I know it's going to be hot, so it'll probably just be long enough to make sure everything's dry. Oh, just missed one. That's what I mean by touchy. Yes, everything's dry. Get it packed up and get back in an air-conditioned car before the temperature goes through the roof. Alright, we'll see what the morning brings. A beautiful, crisp, early morning up here on the Murray River. But it's not going to last. It's going to be a stinker today. So, breakfast, maybe an hour's fishing, pack up and head for home in air conditioning. That sounds like a plan. On the bank, it's just coming up to 8 o'clock. A short session this morning, use up what's left of my live shrimps and then hit the road. I drifted some shrimps along the bank with no weight and I've got a hit. It's not big, it's feisty. I think he's done. That's quite a nice start. Well, the line in the margin is getting the bites. I don't think this one's very big. Now the other one's going. Often you'll find fish hunting along the drop-off in the morning. He's made a mess of that line. Be a bit of untangling to do now. Let's get him in. Get him in the sun. Very good. Another one on the unweighted. Seem to be a little bit bigger today. Not complaining. When shrimps refuse to let go. Ouch. On again in the margin. This unweighted line has turned up a few fish this morning. I might try this more often. Done it again. Oh, very frisky. Now he is. Whoa! What the hell was that? Excuse me while I deal with this one. That was some bite. And it's not a big fish. Another quite skinny one. Lucky last. Alright, so that will do me. The wind's starting to get up. The morning shade has gone. The flies are getting bad. The heat is is increasing. And I'm not going to be here much longer. Camp's all packed up. So I'll get all this gear organised back in the car and head for home. Hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been fun, even though it's been slow at times. And we'll see you in the next one.